Hi guys, welcome to this virtual box. The topic of the video is an update. So what we do is we type update and we get, in this case, the ArcoLinux Tweak Tool, and that's what this video is all about. ArcoLinux Tweak Tool has changed considerably. Or you go and type here Tweak Tool, or you are in some kind of tiling window manager and you press Ctrl-Alt-E because we like keyboard shortcuts, and there are lots in there. They're all the same on 22 desktops. There are 22 desktops. Look at the background, it changed, and I'm going to use the background as a sign for you guys that something considerably has changed. Something in the back end or an extra feature, stuff like that, that you see visually already. This is actually different kind of ArcoLinux Tweak Tool, not for the commas, the dots, and the etc. Not for those things, but for major things. So why the change and in the background there, and what has changed? First of all, we skipped here this the version number. Version number is always in PAMAC. You can always look the version number. If you update, you have the latest version number. So Tweak Tool 0413, fine. So that's gone. The change that we've made goes together with all the other changes I've made with packages. Some of you have asked about a package called AllConfig, or desktops, all desktops and all that. All desktops. Config all desktops, deconf all desktops. We want all these 22 desktops to play together and be nice together. But Pacman is a little strict. Pacman says file 1 can only be governed by package 1. If I make a package 2 with the same file, it will conflict again and again and again, with all the problems of design that's not good, and so on and so on. So I've renamed some of the packages to this one. So a deconf all desktops provides some elements, right? Some settings here, and that's it. That's what it provides, and this is maybe more understanding. I mean, gives you more information. Something about the font, something about an application called gcalculator. htop is here. PDF is opened with, docx is opened with, you know, these things, and nano, and so on. So the information is now similar over 22 desktops, but there are differences, like Plasma is really different. The deconfs for Cinnamon, for Budgie, for Deeping, for Ukui are all different, because they're different kind of systems. So they will clash, they keep clashing. Now what we've done here is made ArcoLinux Tweak Tool smarter. The one you select from here will be the one looking great. The settings you need will be there once you reboot. That's a major thing. Sometimes a logout is okay, sometimes it's not. Message reboot, right? We will back up and override your .config when installing desktop. So there will be always a backup. That's also new, but it was not new, right? It has been there for a few weeks already. But it's important to know that your .config will be saved somehow. If we say we want to install awesome, right? Install, there you go. You have a backup. Your .config was copied, simple as that, just a copy, with a date and an hour. So you can always do what I do 100,000 times a day, maybe a bit too much, but compare. And that's the difference between the one and the other one, right? Just compare. Now, this video is also about the new one. There's a new guy. Besides the fact that we also took a look at all the Lego blocks. I always speak about Lego blocks, right? The applications that's behind Awesome, applications that are needed to have Cinnamon. We looked at them, restyled them, made them alphabetically, and it goes together with the other project that we have still in mind, and with Calamaris as well. It all fits together. It all, well, is linked with each other. Point is, this is of course the new one, and this little button here, the desktop installer, has been restyled, revamped, you name it. It's improved. Voila. So let's do these two, and well, let's do what you should reboot, right? But let's quickly have a look. What happened here? You have two things. Now the tweak tool, ArcoLinux Tweak Tool, is created to install more. It's not created to uninstall. That's not why it's there, right? So uninstalling is not in there. Probably never will be, because it's too difficult. Because now we say 22 desktops, but I have still 4 or 5 to, well, to develop and to discover, to learn, right? Being a noob again, a wonderful feeling, and have to look at a desktop you don't know. So that's great. Thing is everything working, right? Test it out. Is Awesome working? Great, Awesome is working. Log out. How about this guy? And once you decide to choose your desktops, that's maybe when you decide, let's get ArcoLinux B out there, the ISO, ArcoLinux B ISO, and say, okay, I'm gonna go for this or that desktop, right? And this is your new one. This is the new one with strange menus. This is right mouse click. This is left mouse click, all right? And you decide what you like to play with. It's your playground, it's your desktop. You have lots of desktops. 9 times 3, 27 screens you can have, desktops you can have. So Super X, this all works. Our keyboard shortcut all work. Now, what I should point out for sure is that packages clash, and we tend to avoid clashes, but even so, ArcoLinux E, right? We give you 2 advices as one, yeah, so yes. And the log there is because we do not have a button in Tweak Tool, in the tiling window managers. There's no button like this one in the tiling window manager, so it thinks it's still open. So you just get rid of the log. All what we are attempting is that you don't have 2 Tweak Tools open. What I wanted to say is deeping, guys. Install deeping just for one thing, just deeping, and the other guy maybe is just Plasma, and that's, I think, is good. But then again, Plasma with i3 or Awesome, a tiling window manager, is okay, right? As long as you don't mash it together, mix it together with other applications, major desktops, let's say, like Mate and Cinnamon and GNOME, and mashing that all up with Budgie, right? And then everything gets meshed up, and then you see 4 or 5 settings. And then you say, what setting is this? And then we get these answers. Hey, it doesn't work. Sure, it will work. Keep the desktops apart. That's the message we give then. All right. So guys, have fun. We have a new desktop and a new way of installing things. It will improve it. Remember, there's always a backup, so that's cool as well. And I'm out. Cheers.